Welcome back. Well, we recently dived into the Canadian War Museum here in Ottawa to check out a Second World War submarine with a connection to a rookie NDP MP. Here's today's Commons Folk Profile with Regina's Erin Weir. Okay, we're here at the Canadian War Museum. I'm here with NDP MP Erin Weir, Regina's Pride of Regina. Welcome to the show, Erin. We're here because you wrote your master's thesis on German submarine warfare in World War II, obviously. And this is one of them. This is a midget submarine. How did a prairie boy get fascinated with German submarines in World War II?
Well, I've been really interested in the Second World War for many years, and then I also got interested in economics. So I did my thesis looking at what it cost Germany to build and maintain and deploy all of these submarines versus the costs imposed on the Allies. In a nutshell, my conclusion is that it was really expensive for Germany. It wasn't a good investment. The Allies were able to make some easy adjustments, and in any case, had a lot more resources than the Germans to burn.
Okay, so this submarine, a midget one, like I guess this is a one-man sub, fires a couple, missiles.
Yeah,
they have a lot of these?
To attack Allied shipping. They built hundreds of them during the war. I mean, my thesis was looking at the whole Battle of the Atlantic, so also the bigger kinds of submarines that you'd see in movies like Das Boot.
Yeah, that was a great movie. So in other words, the bottom line is they didn't do enough damage to justify the costs.
That was my conclusion. They would have been better off building more tanks or something like that.
All right. Tell me about your history as a NDPer. You were provincial and now federal. What made you gravitate to the NDP? What was it that attracted you?
Well, actually, it was a study of the Second World War that first opened my eyes to the fact that there are these different political systems, different ways of organizing society. And I concluded as a teenager that social democracy or democratic socialism was the closest thing to what I believed. So I joined the party at that point, and I've been very active since. Of course, the NDP is an integrated party between the provincial and federal levels, so I've been very active in both. I ran in the 2004 federal election against Ralph Goodale, and he was the finance minister. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to win that one, but it was a great way to get some experience, learn the ropes, and I found it to be really good preparation to run in the 2015 campaign, where the redistribution of riding boundaries created some better opportunities for the NDP in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I'm curious because I thought the Liberal wave might gain some seats, but the NDP emerged with, 3 seats out of Saskatchewan. Where did that come from? Like, why did they go to the NDP over the Liberals, which seemed to be the party in ascension?
Well, of course, Saskatchewan is the birthplace of the CCF NDP, and our party's always done very well in the province. In 2011, we got about 1/3 of the vote in Saskatchewan, so it was one of our best provinces by popular vote, but it didn't translate into any seats because of the way the riding boundaries were divided. So a big factor in 2015 was a fairer set of riding boundaries. In particular, there were some purely urban seats like Regina, Lewvan, where the NDP was victorious.
Now, what do you hope to accomplish? I mean, what are you coming into this process to do as an NDP MP, where you don't have government or even official opposition resources? What do you hope you can do?
As a third-party MP, there's a really important role to represent Regina. So we're the only part of either Saskatchewan or Alberta that's been left out of the federal government's extension of employment insurance benefits. And so something that I've really been pushing on is to try to get laid-off workers and families in Regina included in that extension of EI benefits.
You and Brad Wall. But Brad Wall and you are a bit opposite ends of the political spectrum.
Well, absolutely, but he did give me a call after I was elected and congratulated me and acknowledged that we disagree on most things, but at the same time we could work together on some files, such as getting more infrastructure investment into Saskatchewan.
All right, you ran for the NDP leadership and the provincial NDP leadership in 2013. Any plans to have a look at the federal leadership?
I'm new as an MP. I'm learning the role. I'm really enjoying it, but I'm certainly not going to seek the federal leadership.
Okay, all right. One thing, we sort of wind up these things and say, okay, Erin Weir, tell us something about Erin Weir that most people don't know that they might find surprising. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, this is a bit connected to my time. My grandfather, Ken Weir, played for the Saskatchewan Roughriders from 1949 to 1951. He actually went to the 1951 Grey Cup against Ottawa. So it's been really interesting for me to come here as a representative of our city.
And you're not related to Mike Weir in the golf world?
My middle name is Mike, but I'm not related to that Mike Weir, no.
Erin Weir, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And that's it for today's Political Power Plays. Scott Laurie standing by with the latest news headlines. Thanks for watching the broadcast or listening to our podcast. Here's how you can reach us with show reactions and ideas. We are back tomorrow with all the big moves from Parliament Hill across the country and around the world. Hope you can join us again at this time on CTV News Channel.